You weren't just saved by grace. You were invited to live inside of it. The deeper you go, the slower you move, and the safer your soul becomes.
You're listening to Crowned with Boldness. I'm your host, Marina Myburgh. This is your time to be crowned with boldness.
Hello dear friends, and welcome back to Crowned with Boldness. I want to talk with you about grace is a place. Have you realized that grace isn't just something we receive? It's somewhere we live. And once you truly step into it through faith, once you realize that grace surrounds you, holds you, slows you, and changes you, everything shifts. So don't let this truth pass you. Stay until the end to clearly understand what it means to not just be touched by grace, but to live inside of it. You know, there's a big difference between receiving God's grace and living inside of it. Grace is more than a rescue, a pardon, or a moment. It's a place. A spiritual atmosphere that surrounds, softens, slows us down, and transforms us from the inside out. Romans 5 verse 2 says, "Through Him we also have access by faith into this remarkable state of grace, in which we firmly and safely and securely stand." This is not a distant help. It's a reality we step into or access by faith. We stand in it, we walk in it, we live in it. And here's the picture I want to share with you to understand this principle better. It's like walking in water. The deeper the water, the more immersed you become. It surrounds you, it slows down your movement, because you can't rush in deep water. Every movement is met with resistance. And the beauty of this, my friend, when we live inside God's grace, it slows us down too. It slows the tongue that wants to react. It slows the impulse to fight, to speak carelessly, to rush ahead of His voice. Because when you're submerged in something holy, you can't operate the same way as before. Titus 2 verses 11 to 12 says, "For the remarkable, undeserved grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. It teaches us to reject ungodliness and worldly immoral desires, and to live sensible, upright, and godly lives with a purpose that reflects spiritual maturity in this present age." Friends, it's clear. Grace doesn't only cover what's behind, it leads to what's ahead. It doesn't just forgive, it teaches, shapes, trains. It becomes a kind of holy resistance that protects us from worldly desires. Now we know the world speaks differently from grace. The system shouts, be quick, be sharp, be first, say what you think, defend your image. It puts self at the center, me, myself and I, on the throne. But Colossians 4 verses 5 to 6 teaches differently. Conduct yourself with wisdom in your interactions with outsiders or non-believers. Make the most of each opportunity, treating it as something precious. Let your speech at all times be gracious and pleasant, seasoned with salt, so that you will know how to answer each one who questions you. Grace is a place that pulls us out of the race to be right and to be on the pedestal. And it places us in the rhythm of Christ, where your words are not weapons anymore, but vessels of healing. You know, there's a vision in Ezekiel 47, a river flowing from the temple of God, first ankle deep, then knee deep, then waist deep, until in verse 5, it had become a river that Ezekiel could not cross, for the water had risen, enough water to swim in, a river that could not be crossed. Now, in its context, the vision the vision is of life and restoration flowing from God's presence. But there's a truth we can lean into here. The truth is this: the deeper we go into the water of God's presence, the less control we have. And that's where grace begins to carry us, not driven by flesh, but led by His Spirit, not forcing our way, but floating in His will, inside His grace. Grace slows us down, not to stop us, but to carry us. Dear listener, I'm greeting you with Romans 6 verse 14. It says, for sin will no longer be a master over you, since you are not under law as slaves, but under unmerited grace, as recipients of God's favor and mercy. So don't just dip your feet into grace. Don't just visit it when you failed. Live inside of it. Let it wrap around your heart, slow your steps, shape your speech, and reset your rhythm. My friend, you are not just covered by grace. You're standing in it, breathing in it, moving through it, because grace is a place. Amen. Be blessed. Until next time.